Hello, my beautiful people. I thought I would go ahead and turn this thing on so I figured that might be a good time to start the camera. I'm going to set it right there. Hopefully that'll stay. I want to tell you that I love you. This is my first join of the day. It's noon on the 12th of August, 2019. A lot of times I just start channeling when I'm sitting here, so I'll just talk a little. I am a transgender twin flame. I don't go a lot into the twin flame journey, but what I will say is it's crazy. It's wonderful. I've learned so much, and I know that I'm connected with my twin soul, so it's not as necessary to me. I've released that attachment to the outcomes of what happens to live my life. Jesus is here with me, and I just want to reiterate what Jesus' teaching is to stay in the now. It sounds so very simple, but has so many exponentially beneficial outcomes, staying in the now. It not only increases your awareness, it allows you to turn the other cheek away from those things that no longer serve you by staying in the now. Because fears of future events and the past haunting us and reliving it is not really what our life is about. In the now, we don't have to deal with those kind of things as much. Of course, it's a process of psychological discovery and then spiritual discovery. What my guide and Jesus is saying is it's all one, because all of discovery is aimed towards the one thing which we seek with our hearts as enlightenment, which is reconnection to Source. Becoming aware that the ultimate reality is Source, not our external circumstances, not who we think we are, not our abilities, not how much money we have, not how big a house we have, not how pretty of a trophy bride we have, not how much sex we have, not how much drugs we can accumulate and do or party with people. Those things are external. That main message is coming from Jesus. I expounded on it. He is not a man of much words. He said, thank you. I'm glad that I'm able to expound on it, that I can conceive of these ideas. And you see, the spirit of gratitude goes both ways. We are grateful here for what our higher self and God does for us, what the Creator Source does for us, what Jesus does for us, what Buddha does for us. But they are also grateful because they've achieved a goal within those of us who manifest unconditional love. They are happy. The angels are happy. I would be happy if this helped even one person for me to make these videos. I know my work is invisible work. I suggest those of you who believe in the Bible read John, where he describes to believe what is invisible. Believe what is invisible and what is invisible. Because God is here in my hand, but it's invisible. God is here in our hearts. You're not going to see a little Christ sitting down there. Or you might. I guess, in fact, I'm visualizing it a bit that way since I mentioned it. I see Christ as a interdimensional being, a light being like myself. He described that we could do the things he did. Don't externalize what Jesus was a man. He's not technically human now. Well, he's correcting me. Technically, he's human, the same soul. That's what he's telling me. Absolutely. Absolutely. I said absolutely, I believe that. In fact, I believe anything Jesus tells me. Because I'm connected with him. He walks with me. Just like Jesus said in the Bible, my Father walks with me. God walks with me. That's how I feel. Jesus is here with me. God walks with me. And if I even get distracted and forget they're still there. All I got to do is remember and turn to them and ask them. They don't forsake me anymore. My guide is correcting me. What I thought was forsaken, what I perceived as being forsaken, that doesn't happen to me anymore. My guide is reminding me that the reason I felt forsaken is that I had forsaken the God within myself. Give thanks and praise. Blessed Savior, give thanks. I don't have to label and conceptualize what God is, because God is in my heart. Even though, my guides reminded me, even though I'm conceptualizing it by saying God. Okay, well, creative soup then, if that pleases you. I will inform you that don't know, I am a interfaith minister, which to me does not mean inter-Christian minister. I am a Buddhist. I am a Rastafarian. I am a Jew. I am my ancestors. I am Krishna. I am Shiva. Not in the personality, obviously. This within my heart. The more I connect, the more the universe is open to me. And so it is with each and every one of us, and this is Christ's message also. As I said, Christ is always with me. I can feel him here. I can hear what he's saying to me, which he's not really saying anything. Mostly I'm feeling an emanation of gold light and love. It's a feeling of nurturing energy, like having wings partially wrapped around me or something. Yes, I'm describing it because he wants me to describe the feeling. And my guides reminded me, what I was meditating on today is, now I'm forgetting again. See, I have to have my guides to remind me because I brain to encompass all of what I have access to. As I may have mentioned before, I go on a need-to-know basis because there's too much information here for me to process. My guide's reminding me that processing Christ's information, A, is more from the heart, B, is easy because he speaks in few words. Give thanks and praise. I'm thinking about fairies and stuff. Anyway, I was going to say, there's real energies all around us all the time, interdimensional energies. Fairies that work with plants and all the other little, I call them critters, sentient beings, because just because a being is in another dimension doesn't mean that it's not sentient. And just because you can't perceive that other dimension or that being in another dimension does not mean that it doesn't exist. Remember that. I'll give an example that I would hope most people could relate to. Have you ever loved someone so much and they exhibited feelings as if they had no clue? That didn't change the fact that you loved them. It didn't change the fact that the love was there, emanating from your heart towards them, for whatever purpose. And that's the truth of what dealing with people who are unawakened is. It's a feeling of... I'll have to say for myself, being slighted. But I always remind myself, and I'm always working with my guides to go within and see why I feel. And that's ego, straight up ego. This mind that wants to survive. When I'm hearing, I was watching Jesus Christ Superstar today, and what I'm hearing is this mind that wants to survive. What was it? Gaga. What did I call my God Gaga. That's what I named him when I was a kid. I'll have to get back to that. Jesus, can you help us? It's Jesus' message I was trying to reiterate. Probably I was scrambling it up wrong. Let's see if we can get something in. If you would answer us, Master Jesus. I'm getting a lot of impressions. I was talking about dealing with the unawakened. Well, I'll only say I suggest you watch Jesus Christ Superstar, the 1973 movie. I haven't really seen the newer version, but it's fantastic. I used to know the whole album by heart, and I was singing it today, trying to relearn it. I didn't realize how short some of those songs were. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Fantastic music. The 73 version I definitely suggest to watch. I'm hearing Hair also, in the same genre, is actually the Passion Play, which those of you who are not familiar, the Passion Play is the death of Christ. What I'm hearing directly is don't put your faith in a religion. Religion is a box. don't put your faith in a religion. Put your faith in God. God is within. Now Jesus is telling me this. God is within. Do not put your faith in a religion. Religion points the way. God does not give out diplomas. Your actions are your credentials. Learn from the masters. Yes, Lord Christ. That's the owner of the storage, or the lady who works here. You know, before I started making these films, I missed so much of my life, and what I've seen looking over some of the videos is that it's just really an awesome journal for me. You know, these channelings is a lot to process. I'm really feeling it when I get these messages, and you've seen me break down in the videos. The love is overwhelming. The energies are overwhelming because it's perfect. I mean, these bodies that we live in this dense reality we call reality. You know, the energies are tough to process, man. We have to ground this stuff out. Of course, it gets easier, and your attitude and how you can let go and accept, let go of the attachment to what's going to happen. Christ said, live in the now. If I'm just going to comment, if Christ has any message for me, it's live in the now. And that's all, because it's the thing that I guess that we find the hardest to do here in this ascension process, is to live in the now. We're always fantasizing. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, oh my gosh. And we all say, it's so funny because we all say, oh, woulda, shoulda, coulda, don't do nothing. But how very, very true. How very, very true. All of a sudden I'm getting super hungry here. I don't know about you, but any time I speak with Christ, I consider it a good session. I do speak with him, and he does speak to me throughout the day, but I wouldn't say limited, it's just what I need. I'll put it that way. If I have a question, or if I'm talking to my guide. Or if he feels I need him, he touches me. And the angels. And my God. I guess they all been trying to get my attention so much, that's why my shoulder was hurting. I didn't realize it till recently exactly what was going on. I thought it was some negative entity attached to me or something. I think sometimes it was, but I was releasing negative entities, and I guess mistaking that for a negative. Okay. So, this is obviously not infallible then. I'm on a process just like everyone else. I will say, though, I put absolute faith in my intuition, and when I hear these messages, I'm not trying to bullshit nobody. Um, this is for my purposes and for the purpose of whoever should view this, that it might help them. I will say that what I'm trying to learn is how to use something called skillful means. I'm working on self-love, which needs more attention. I'm hearing my guide say, I agree. That's absolutely true. And since I'm getting hungry now, I'll just tell you how much I love you all. The angels and guides are sending love and healing energies, and it's been great. I love you. Namaste. Om.